Taking a groundbreaking pharmaceutical idea from just a tiny seed all the way to global approval, well, it's one of the most complicated journeys out there. So today, we're going to look at how one company, PointPath.Biz, is basically the expert guide for that exact path, pointing the way to success.
This is the question, isn't it? It's the one that keeps CEOs at biotech startups and project managers at huge pharma companies up at night. You've got the science, the innovation is there. But navigating that absolute maze of international rules, clinical trials, and manufacturing can feel, well, impossible. So how do you find a clear path through all that?
Okay, so here's how we're going to break it down. First, we'll get a handle on the challenge itself, the global pharma maze. Then I'll introduce you to a pretty unique partner for the journey. We'll walk through their whole process from seed to approval, see who the experts are that make it all happen, and we'll wrap up with the really powerful vision that's driving this whole thing. All right, first up, let's really set the stage. We need to understand just how complex the modern pharmaceutical world has become. It's not just about having great science anymore. It's about having a rock-solid global strategy.
Just think about it for a second. To get a drug to market, you need experts in patent law, in synthetic chemistry, in designing clinical trials, and you need to know the specific, nitty-gritty regulations for the US, for Europe, and for Japan. Most companies, especially the smaller bioventures, there's just no way they have all that expertise in-house. And those knowledge gaps, they can lead to super costly delays, or honestly, even cause a project to fail completely.
So if you can't build that massive team yourself, you've got to find a partner who's already got it all. And that brings us right to PointPath.Biz, or PPBIZ for short. They're a firm that was designed specifically to be that guide.
And you gotta love this. Their mission is right there in the name, PointPath. It literally means to point the path to success. It's so simple, but it's powerful, right? It defines their entire approach, giving you clear, expert direction through that crazy maze we were just talking about.
Now, what's really cool about their model is just how flexible it is. They work with everybody. We're talking major Japanese pharmaceutical giants, mid-sized firms, those nimble little bioventure startups, and even international companies that want to break into the Japanese market. It just shows they can scale their support to fit exactly what any client needs.
So how in the world does PPBIZ actually point the path? Well, it all comes down to their incredibly thorough end-to-end service model.
This visual just lays it out perfectly. They can jump in right at the very beginning at step 1 with research seed support, helping with stuff like patent strategy. Then they guide you through CMC, that's the chemistry, manufacturing, and controls part, then through all the headaches of clinical development, all the way to the finish line, handling regulatory affairs for that final approval. It really is a seed to approval pipeline.
And here's the crucial part. This is not some rigid one-size-fits-all program. Nope. Whether a client just needs help with one specific thing, like maybe creating those global application documents, or they need an entire international project team built for them from the ground up, the support is totally and completely tailored.
Of course, a great service model is one thing, but it's only as good as the people who are actually doing the work. And this right here is where PPBIZ's real strength shines through. Its team of deeply experienced international experts.
Look at this. This slide really shows their global muscle. They aren't just consultants in Japan. They're a bridge to the world. They have direct, hands-on experience in the US and EU markets. They can build international teams, and get this, they can even write those super complex global application documents like the Common Technical Document, or CTD, completely in-house. That's a huge deal.
And just look at the sheer range of expertise on their bench. You've got the hard science, pharmacology, chemistry, all the way to the business side with intellectual property and finance. This is exactly how they fill those critical knowledge gaps we talked about earlier. They literally assemble a dedicated team with the precise skills a project needs to win.
But what really drives a company like this? What's the why? To understand that, we have to look at the founder's vision, because it goes way beyond just being a consulting business.
So, the company was founded by President Dr. Yutaka Waki. And the story goes that while he was working in the United States, he saw just how efficiently American and European firms were using these incredible networks of high-level consultants to speed up development. He realized that whole model was pretty much missing back in Japan, and he felt this real passion to bring that kind of speed and efficiency home.
And this quote, this is his ultimate goal. Dr. Waki believes that by creating a system where all the deep experience from seasoned professionals can be recirculated back into the industry, helping out startups and big companies alike, he can actually help revitalize Japan's entire pharmaceutical industry and empower it to really shine on the global stage.
It's a mission to lift the whole boat.
So it really all comes down to this, doesn't it? In a world where innovation doesn't care about borders, having a clear path is absolutely everything. The real question is, with the right guide pointing the way, what could your innovation achieve on the world stage?